There he is, the sex offender, but where is she? We are taking your calls in the search for Mickey Shunick. Straight out to Ken Romero, co-host on News Talk KPEL, Mornings with Ken and Bernie. Ken, thanks for being with us. First of all, I want to find out, I know that they have ID'd the highest level registered sex offender linked to the disappearance of Mickey Shunick. I want to know, who is he? What does it mean in that jurisdiction to be the highest level sex predator? And what is he doing out walking around?
Well, Nancy, Brandon Scott Laverne was convicted of a crime in 2000. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, served 8 years of that jail time, and he got released 2 years early. He was supposed to, of course, carry a card saying that he's a sex offender, and that's like on a driver's license. But when he was discovered, that had been blacked out of his driver's license to hide the fact that he is a sex offender. And every year he's got to check in.
Ken Romero, hold. Why do I care if he has a mark on his driver's license? Have you ever really looked at a driver's license to see if you're supposed to drive a car or a motorcycle or an 18-wheeler? They're just little bitty boxes that you check. Who cares if he's got a mark on his driver's license? What was he convicted of, Ken Romero? Back in 2000, he got 10 years for it. What was he convicted for?
He broke into a woman's house, tied her up, and blindfolded her, and had her perform oral sex on him. And later, he, of course, said he was consensual, but he did plead guilty to the charge, wound up spending 8 years in prison.
So Ellie Jostad joining me on the story. Ellie, here's a guy that breaks into a woman's house in the middle of the night, ties her up, from all the information that I've got, hog-tied her, blindfolded her, made her perform sex, oral sex, that sexual battery. He got 10 years behind bars. He got out on 8 years. It's my understanding in that jurisdiction, you can get life behind bars for that offense.
No, Nancy, actually the maximum on that offense is 10 years, which is what he got. But he got out 2 years early.
So he got the max and got out 2 years early.
Right, got out 2 years early for good time. Nancy, also, he tried the entire time he was in jail to get his conviction overturned. He was one of these jailhouse lawyers, filing page after page of handwritten documents, claiming that the cops tricked him into making a statement and that the victim made up the whole story.
Okay, what am I hearing, Ellie, about him putting a pillow over her head or face during the attack?
Right. What he did was he took her shirt, used it to blindfold her. This is after he climbed into a window in her house, tied her hands behind her back, disheveled, threw all the bedding off the bed, made her perform oral sex. Then later he claimed, and by the way, Nancy, this victim was the cousin of a woman